Guys, welcome again. Welcome back again, once again to Tedero Media. This is Tedero Media. My good name is Ella, the host, and my co-host here.
Okay, Okinyo speaking.
Thank you, my brother, for always, coming back again and again and again. I appreciate it so much.
It's always a pleasure chatting with you.
Guys, to be honest, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for the support. The support is massive. May God bless you. Please continue sharing this video. Continue telling a friend to tell a friend. Let's grow together. So far, so good. So thank you. However, Mr. Okeyo, the last time we were here,
Yes.
we talked about roads within Nyatike, the road network in Nyatike.
Yes.
Where it's crazy. I must admit it's not been easy. From the last shoot, we talked about roads. And apparently I got phone calls. Let me say in a 50-50, 50%, 50%, like unaona, like jomoko puoyo, jomoko be wacho ni wachiemo negi marach. So joma puoyo, thank you so much. Joma wacho ni wachiemo negi marach, but not in a not in a bad way.
Yes.
But they complained. Actually, I received phone calls from Migori.
Yes.
Complaining we didn't tackle yore mane Migori properly.
They feel nini techa.
Na techa.
Yeah.
And I also received actually 3 people called me from Karungu region.
Perfect.
Indicating that yore ma Karungu oka discuss. To gini yore maricho, both mag national government gi mag Kera.
Yes. Both under the national watch,
the
county watch
the
as
county
well.
watch, yes. So it cuts across.
It cuts across, yes.
Yes, there is that. I don't want to call it a complaint.
An indication, as I remember, I told you in our last conversation. I told you that what needs to be addressed first and foremost is leadership. When you receive such kind of calls, for me, that's a good thing, if you ask me.
Yeah, sure, it is.
That is a very good thing. And nitie gimojo luone wacho chon ni weche mag piny bura oloyo. Today it's imperative that we digest what that means. It's critical so that we understand what does it mean when you say bura oloyo. What it means is that when there's issue, or rather when there are issues, okay, people always sat down. In the Luo context, in our cultural beliefs, in our cultural setups, we had government, we had governance, we had people who will rule over us, even from pre-colonial times. There's nothing new. I've always told you.
Yeah, sure.
Nothing is new under the sun. So bura oloyo means people will sit down, discuss, deliberate. We find out where the problems are, what are the challenges,
and what are the solutions.
Weche mag piny bura oloyo. Not politics moro mugoye ji, not politics munego rueni, not politics muchuoyo ji palane, not politics muyanyo ruecha. No. That was not our culture.
Ji bedo
piny.
So ji manyo ni makosa ni koth ochako gowa from where?
Yes, and I remember, if you're a student of history, and you listen to previous good leaders that we have had, you listen to the idea, the concept of what they had. All right, what was all this pegged on? All right, what was the pristine form of what we ought to have had as governance? What our forefathers anticipated. I want to challenge you to look for even clips of Tom Mboya speak. And he puts it well, and I will quote. He says that in our culture, our leadership must align even to our cultural practices, whereby our leadership should be enshrined in the attributes of our own pre-existence, current existence, and what we expect our future to be.
Yeah, sure.
Pegged on what we align to as a society. And a leader had the most responsibility in all this. And it was expected of him to deliver. The mandate. A leader has to deliver the mandate, all right? And the community was equally expected to accord the leader similar amount of respect, similar amount of support, similar amount of what? Cooperation. You understand? That's how we formed societies. That's how we formed this kind of civilization that we live in today under sect of different administration blocks, different provinces. You're aware?
Yeah, sure.
So if we go back to what politics needs to be, politics grows from debate. You remember those debates you used to have, a farmer is good.
A farmer is better than a teacher.
Yeah. Did you beat your friend that they were supporting a farmer and the other person was supporting a teacher?
Of course not.
You argued on points, you argued on facts, you argued on research that you've done, why you feel a farmer is better than a teacher.
Or why you feel the opposite.
Or you feel the opposite. We don't fight each other, we don't beat each other. The reason why we have Tiedero, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why we have a put marwa ma wanyalo keto weche ayanga. Wanyalo wacho weche mag dongruok tok dondruok. Wanyalo wacho weche manyalo gerowa tok mukwa. Erokamano. Omiyo kichope Tiedero ka warwaki ni bigi pachi malew to mok liw ahinya to weem chien. Bigi pachi moro maber to mok ber ahinya to ketie gi chien. Bigi pachi moro manigi dongruok to manitiere gi gwonyruok ketie gi chien. Warwaki Tiedero ndalo duto, seche te, wan Nyatike,
wan manaka,
wan e yore
tim maber
makare. Erokamano.
Erokamano uru kaka usewinjeno jowadwa. Koro achiel kachiel wadok Nyatike.
Wan e Nyatike.
Nikech
weche mag yore.
Weche mag yore.
Yore richo Nyatike.
Yore richo Nyatike.
Tinyisi pile pile ni gikonyo Raila Odinga lweny.
Ito kore do chako siasa. Anyway.
Malo kucho to gikonyo Raila Odinga lweny. Piny ka tija kanyuwa. Malo kucho to gikonyo Raila Odinga lweny. Piny ka to ni intiere in jadak. Ooyo, wadwaro dongruok. Ok wadwaro dongruok. Wadwaro siasa manigi ndhadhu, siasa manigi ombong'ne. Omiyo wawacho ni kata jok moko madwa biro e siasa e odiechieng' ma kawuono, joma dwa sore e siasa e kuma wachimoni, e kuma waneno wadwa go loka ni, watem mondo wawil pachwa. Watem wawil kitwa, watem wawil timbewa. To
kendo wawil be kaka waparo, wawil pachwa.
Erokamano.
Nikech kok wawilo pachwa,
to pod wadok mana kacha.
Ile.
Iwacho ni iwuok e sufuria tidonje ogenga.
Bas. Koro jokanyanam. Wan e yore.
To wan ma Nyatike.
To wan ma Nyatike. Nikech osegoya gi kidi, gimomiyo nokawacho yore mag meoro.
Mag meoro.
Jodalawa, let me put it clear.
Erokamano.
I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the feedback. Truth be told, Nyatike ang'eyo but up to 70%.
Yes.
Koro 30% no. Nyalo wuok kuom viewers wa. And I therefore appeal ne viewers wa.
Gima duong' ma viewers nyaka bed godo, ma samoro nyalo medo jiwo negi. Ni pi wang'i chwer ne Nyatike. To mondo mi tim ma igombo ni mondo mi igol odok e it ji. Igol mbui e wenge ji. Mondo ji one adieri, to winj adieri. Kata moma wacho ni to kopo ni ubeno muwinjo weche Kristo, mago weche mar adieri. Mano moma kaka kete mondike e Biblia.
Weche mondike e Biblia.
Tutimo kaka wacho no. Tuchopo kuma ber. Omiyo kata wambe kopo ni dhi timo maber.
Ageno ni ok en barua manondik ne Jo-Korintho, nikech barup Jo-Korintho to sama Korintho kanyo kikele Kenya.
Nito barua mano ne Jo-Timotheo ni.
Wow, kwan Jo-Timotheo, wa Jo-Kadem, barup Jo-Timotheo to tim ang'o e Kadem ka.
Wadog e yore.
Wan e yore.
Now, it's imperative first people need to understand the classes of roads. So that
we have different classes of roads.
Yes, seche midwa request for service delivery from an MP, ber mondo mi ng'e ni to i request for ang'o.
To be yo mako request ni. Is it under the MP?
The MP onego bed ni ng'iye.
Koso ma onego bed na manyo MCA na.
Chutho ma kaka dwa wache. Chutho. Aparo ni e constituency kacha, ng'ama duong' mogik ma CEO to en MP. Omiyo weche duto chakore to rumore kuom MP. An MP must be aware. If you go to the people, and you want to vie to become the member of parliament for Nyatike constituency, I've always said this and I'll repeat it. Stop telling people ni jakanyuor. Stop telling people the same rhetorics Musa nyisji ndalogi duto tetete. Ni abogero ni sukunde. Idwa gero skunde to Moi Nyatike tho, okidwa chiro Moi Nyatike. Why do you have idwa gero skul machielo kamoro to tho? Ma daki kuongi mingi mamoro kapok inyuolo moro. Ere kaka iyo mano kan wuoyo machielo mos. Kwaduoge yore wachani, we need to understand the classes of Ross Gini Kure. And let's not run and forget the fact ni an MP, as I've put it, in terms of taking responsibility and guiding his people and ensuring that service delivery is given to his people, he owns all the responsibility.
Yeah.
In a job description, it said the backbone stops with him. When you mention Nyatike, everything must stop with the MP. All right?
Yeah, sure.
Then from the MP can escalate it. He has the right to oversee everything within Nyatike constituency, whether it's under the county government, because these guys work together.
He can lobby even from the county government.
Thank you. The reason why we have different departments is so that these guys can work together. You cannot do everything by yourselves, okay? But when the responsibility of oversight lies with you and rests with you, you must do it. You must perform. You must deliver. Now let's get back to the classes of roads. Do you know Nyatike has class B roads? These are under Kenya. Yeah, from Migori to Miuru, I think that's a class B road. Okay, that should be under Kenya. That's a very important road. That should not remain a story and a story and a story.
Actually, that road, it links Tanzania to Kenya, right?
It's a major road. It even links Miuru to a major road that takes people to Tanzania. We have class C roads. The road passing from Nyikendo, Eko, Kombato, Meuru,
Meuru?
Not Meuru, Kombato, Makalda, gets to
Okenge.
Can go to Okenge, can get to the main road coming through to Kabobo. It can get to that main road via Makalda Center. You know, yes, I believe that's a class C road because it's connecting Migori, which is a local town, to another local town, which is Makalda. You understand? Yes, so that should be a class C road. A major road which should be done. And this should not be story year in, year out. We have a road connecting coming from Meuru, I think Nyakweri, Ndiwa, Kalamende. That one also connects a major road which is a B1, the B1 road, Sori Road.
Yes.
So it will connect
Sori Road.
Yes, there's a road from Sori going to Rodi. Sori or Chuodo Rodi. Then you go to Homa Bay. Now this Kalamende connects Miuru to this road. It means it will connect Miuru through to where? To Homa Bay. So that is equally a major road that people must lobby for. If you are in leadership position, you must lobby for. We cannot have 60 years post-independence plus 60 years post-independence with the same roads. Pathetic,
actually,
not done.
Roads are everything.
Yes,
roads are everything because look at the production that we have in Nyatike. We have watermelon being grown in large scale in Miuru and some parts of Kalera. We have tobacco. Actually, leave tobacco alone. Let's talk for watermelon. We all know watermelon needs a ready market.
True.
Because it's perishable.
It's a perishable good.
It's a perishable good.
You need to mention
Imagine a farmer who has 10 acres of watermelon plantation and the 10 acre is ready and it is a rainy season. He got a market in Migori and he has to transport. There's watermelon. Ukieka watermelon hapo for a week without market, you will be running into losses.
Definitely.
So road network is a very important thing. I think from my own point of view, from my own understanding, I think the person who is responsible, whether the MP or the MCAs in each and every particular area in Nyatike, should really take road network seriously, because it helps as the little farmer. The little farmer depends on it.
The Bible puts it clearly that during end times, today in Kenya, I would say these are end times, because the kind of things happening in this country are pathetic. The kind of leadership we are having in this country, the kind of things I'm seeing guys solicit around, lying to people, telling them that that is good or alternative leadership, I will tell you is hogwash and pathetic. Now, having said that, this is what I will mention. I'll say, during these end times, we require people who will call sin by its name.
Sure, true.
And this is what I will say. We have had bad leadership in Nyatike. Year in, year out. Rombo ipimo sembene.
But at least right now, the leadership is not that bad.
What do you mean?
No, okay, the leadership we have right now is not bad.
What do you mean? Tell me, what do you mean?
Is working.
What is working in Nyatike? Maybe I don't know. Tell me. Enlighten me. Listen.
The other time President was in Nyatike and he promised he'll do the Masaramuhuru road.
If you've been in power, look at the manifesto when people were coming to power. What did they promise? Can you look at the first manifesto? What did they promise? Has it been delivered? It's same rhetoric, same story, same old, same old. I mean, we have to be serious about our lives. We have to be serious about things. We cannot. We cannot. No. We cannot take leadership as child's play.
Do you think everything that is put on a manifesto is delivered?
When you tell people, that's why I've told you. How do you know a leader is honest? How do you know a leader is saying the truth? That's why I've told you. It needs to start from
the president all the way down to the MCS.
I don't care about the president at this particular point. I'm interested about Nyatike. Can we focus on Nyatike? Before you escalate it, the Bible says, before you talk of the speck in my eye, all right, can you mention the log of wood in your own?
Yeah, sure.
So can we talk about our own local leadership first?
Before we get to Mr. President?
Yes, can we clean up our local leadership first?
I get you,
the rot is all over, all right? And we cannot, they say, if you go to sleep early because you want to save on kerosene, then the resultant is twins.
Yeah.
You've not helped anybody. You've not saved anyone. Now, if we have roads being a topic of political discussion in a constituency for the last 30 years, as the MPs been working, the MPs, listen, the total kilometers of roads in Nyatike, all right, is about 300 kilometers. Roads that require proper tarmacking. Let's even make it 500 kilometers.
The national or all. Both,
major roads that require proper tarmacking. Okay. Major roads. I've mentioned the major roads that we have in Nyatike. I've said should be Migori, all right, Kahezron, Meuru, the one going Migori, Masara, Meuru, major. The one passing Kalamindi through to Ndiwa.
Nyakwiri.
Yes, and then you also do the road going through to Timlichoinga. Plus the feeder roads. You know, the beauty about when an MP solicits for these roads and they're done, do you know when they always do a major road, they'll do 3-4 tributaries. You know, the class Cs. They'll do them. They'll put some small carpeting, all right, and do it properly. So if we have had the road discussion for the last 30 years,
I will ask you the same question I asked you last in our last previous discussion.
And I'll gladly answer you.
Are these people allocated the same amount that these other MPs like Babu Awino are being allocated?
Yes.
Where do this money go to?
You need to ask your MP that. If I was the MP, you could ask
guys,
me that.
I didn't see that coming, but
yes, you need to ask your MP that. There is a right question to the wrong person. That's what I've told you. Kenyans must take leadership as a serious thing. All right? You know, there are things you don't play with. The same way a child cannot play with the father's balls. There are things you don't play with. One of them is leadership. Leadership is somebody taking responsibility over other people. Millions. Kitelo nejo juwok, joter, jochode, jonjaga, jolemo, jonek. Itelo na jogite. And you must be able to make decisions that make these people coexist harmoniously, properly, and people can go by their businesses and live and survive. You understand? So when you've been given that mandate, the Bible says, to whom much is given,
much is expected.
Yes. So when you go after your member of parliament, it's a right. You should do it. Your member of parliament must perform. I have told you the total number of kilometers of roads in Nyatike as a whole.
Right.
I could be wrong. My estimate could be wrong. But having lived, worked, survived, Akwayo nyaka Nyatike. Akwayo singenge kachacha, by the way, for a long time. Akwayo singenge kanyo.
Adi dok moko mane ngeny ga singenge kapod nitie.
Dok bedo nade to utimo liching dok tho. That's story for another day. Can we measure on the measure? Yes. You don't take care of environment. You don't. Things are chaotic. Anyway, can we come back to what we were discussing? Now, listen. The total number of kilometers of roads in Nyatike, I could be wrong. Samora nyalo bedo na medo, Samora under quote.
Yeah.
Yes, but about 500 kilometers, which will be done proper. Okay? If you put the cost of doing these roads, even make the cost of doing a kilometer of road. I think the cost of doing a proper kilometer of road, given those types, a proper is about 10 million shillings.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The cost of doing a kilometer of road.
Can you do a calculation of how much is needed?
Now, yes. Can you do it? So that you understand whether you've been getting proper service or not. Even if they decided to do it with CDF money alone, today we will have 80-90% of the roads in Nyatike done. I'm sure.
Yeah. Gonna again.
I will. Why not? Why not?
So that is 10 million times 500.
Yes.
That is how much? 5 billion.
Yes.
And I'm sure
the CDF we've received is almost there. So
it is doable.
Like today, if we had a leadership that decided that in Nyatike, I want to deal with the problem of roads and finish. Today we will be having good roads.
Nyatike will be on a map.
Yes. So today we'll be saying, now can we do hospitals? Like even if you decide that I want to do one thing, finish this.
And
do the next.
It is
finish.
Very doable because
do the next. The problem is we have these guys. They are doing what is called, with handouts politics. The kind of politics where you give someone 200 shillings, 100 shillings. So what they'll do, they'll mention the problems. They know the problems. They do. And I can tell you for free, they know, or they might know, or they might have an idea on what ought to be done and needs to be done, right? But they don't have the will. I'm not questioning probably the capability here. I'm questioning what I've told you. Integrity is very important when it comes to matters leadership. Integrity. Leadership required people like Abraham, somebody who was willing to sacrifice his own son for a greater good. He believed in that cause, that even his own son should not stand in that cause. That's what leadership is about. Leadership is about someone who was willing, somebody like Moses, who was willing to be told, can you walk with these people, get them out of this place, take them to such and such a place. You don't know how the journey is going to be. It's challenging. You're struggling with your people every day, but you don't give up with them until you get them to the promised land.
Determination.
Now, do we have that? Have we been getting that? That is what leadership is about. Leadership is not about coming and telling you theatrics. Leadership is not about coming and telling you comedy. No. Let the comedy be just part of good nature banters as we talk and have a conversation. But when it gets to working, let's be serious about the lives of our people. Are we together?
Integrity.
Have integrity. And what is, again, what is important that you must have as a leader? You must have what is called the will.
It should not be pushed.
No.
It should come.
Yes.
From your heart.
Yes.
Like, I need to do this.
Yes.
For example,
you need to think for your people. A leader should even think for his own people.
Right now, the whole African eye is on Burkina Faso.
Yeah, they're trying to look at what that guy is going to do.
That guy
is thinking for his own people. He has an idea.
He has an idea of what to do. And he has his people at heart.
Yes.
He has his people at heart.
He got to power. He cut down on government OPEX, operative expenditures. He realized some ministers, we are paying you a lot of salaries for no reason. He cuts across. He realized that these ministers are earning a lot for no reason. He cut these. Some vehicles, our leaders will come in, year out, they're buying new vehicles over supplies of medicine in the hospitals. Story for another day. So as you mentioned the roads of Nyatike, the roads of Nyatike are pathetic. Every time it is raining in Nyatike, guys cannot do their businesses.
Yeah,
People will not be able to sell fish. People will not be able to go to Oyani to take their tobacco to Oyani and sell. People will not be able to take their loved ones to hospitals. People will not be able to save lives. People will not be able to do a lot of stuff. Road network is what opens up opportunities in places. Can we link up places so that you can remove rech from Meuru, tikele Migori monde use, tiwuok Migori gi avocado, tiduogo do Meuru te uso. You understand? That's how money works. To ng'ato wuok kendo gi rech Meuru to chimo go Sori Karungu. To wuok Sori Karungu kata mana gi okoko to chimo godo
wiu.
Yes.
Oka wiu moto maber.
Exactly. Mondo mi farmer mani teka mar dongruok.
Not dondruok.
Konuru mijumbe mondo oversee, mondo obed gi proper oversight kaka inyalo ger yore. Owuoyo gi jatend Kena to gogo mbaka to sere to nyise ni ayo osiepa. Ondike barua otero kata Kena to wacho ni this road is linking the people of Migori to Meuru. Meuru has a population of 400,000 people. Out of the 100,000 people in Meuru, 40,000 people are fishermen. Each day, these guys are able to fish in the amount of 5,000 shillings. If you do the math, this is a turnover of 100 million, Mr. Speaker, sir. Yes. Can we talk to the director of Kenya? I did a letter last year. That is what an MP should do. Million a day. Mano kora diri. Mijumbe to siepa.
Hey guys, we have to end our video there. It was a great conversation. We'll do this again. Again and again and again, right?
Yes.
So guys, until next time.
Can we talk about hospitals next time?
It's okay.
Can we talk about hospitals?
Guys, I have to wrap it up.
As you wrap it up, tell the people of Nyatike to remember to tell their MP.
He now wants to beat the MP. I'm not going to allow him to beat the MP.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Please share this live. Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Your feedback matters a lot. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.